everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Yeah. So, while I was growing up, I used to hear people say, do not despise your days of little beginning. Rome was not built in a day and stuff like that. So, you know, it's actually an idiomatic expression that Rome was not built in a day because it means it takes time for something impressive to come to light. So, with that in mind, I want us to understand that, I really want to address, I don't know how to, yes, I want us to look at why the young men of this generation, like let's say 50%, should I say 50 or 70%, are scared of getting married. Reasons being that our girls that are due for marriage are of high standards. Yeah, because the economy is difficult to for a man to open his mouth to say I want to marry you. He has done well for himself, given the economy situation in our country today. So, I want us, as in, I want this video to help by the special grace of God to help, as in, readdress. Let me use that word, or try to like shapen the mindset of our young girls. You see, Rome was not built in a day. When you see a man that has a prospect, I'm not saying a man that is not doing anything. No. A man maybe is not that buoyant the way you want it. Because every girl wants a man that is 100% what okay. But if that dream man is not forthcoming, please settle with the reality man. Because the way our ladies these days are becoming so expensive, because by the time a man looks at you from head to toe and you are too expensive, in his head you like, can I keep up? Can I marry this? How do I cope? So I'm not saying you shouldn't appear good or look nice. No, 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 no. I'm a sucker for fashion, but I don't want it to be as if maybe some girls is a do or die thing. They must come correct. They must wear designer days. Young girls. There are so many promising bachelors there, eligible bachelors, who has been taking notes of all of this. They were like, if I can't meet up with her standard, probably she'll be looking outside when I get married to her. So, although 60% of this delay could be spiritual. So I don't, yeah, that one can be, should be taken care of by fervent prayers and all of that. But 40% of it are girls with high standard. Their standard are so high that the men are scared to even approach them, not to talk of proposing to them. So, in as much as you want to appear good, you want to appear expensive, I want it. I want us to have it at the back of our minds that we are sending signal out there. There are guys who really love you for you, but they cannot come to ask for your hand in marriage because they are scared. The economy already is taking a downturn. So how will they cope with maintaining a babe like you? So I would like us to digress a little into the scripture. Dive into the scripture. Job chapter 8 verse 7 says, "Though thy beginning was small, yet thy latter end should greatly increase." It is scriptural. So no matter how, when we see a man with prospect, give that man a listening ear. I beg you, because by the time some men, they need good women in their lives in order to um actualize their dreams. So most of them, they have potentials, so they need a good woman that will help them achieve that. So, but if maybe you want to remain expensive, you want that luxurious lifestyle, there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, if you as a woman can keep up, because there's no law anywhere that says it's a man that must make you look expensive. You can be looking expensive for yourself and take that glory. But that doesn't stop you from saying yes to a man you see that he's having a future ahead of him. So I'm not saying that you should settle for somebody that is not doing anything. No, the economy is hard. That nobody wants to suffer. But at least when you see a man who has something doing, going for himself, accept him, and together both of you will become that lifestyle. Start living that lifestyle that you want. You know, I know people who got married with nothing, like even the wedding wasn't even anything to write home about. But after 5, 6, 7 years of their marriage, boom, doors open. You know, that's how it works. You cannot just sit down and say you're waiting for the already made guy. There's not any already made guy anywhere. Oh. And the already made men out there are very few. Very few. Please, let us let this video, let what I'm saying sink. I'm not trying to I'm just saying it the way it is in my spirit, As in, because in as much as some of these issues are spiritual, there are also physical issues, which is one I'm talking about right now. Women with high standards. Please let us lower our standards. I beg you. I have this illustration I want to give. When I was during my service year, a friend of mine, although she was my schoolmate in school, but I didn't serve with my mates due to the accident I had. That's by the way. So while I was serving, she was already done with service and all of that. So she now told me that there's this guy that was seeking a hand in marriage, a custom guy, but the guy doesn't have a car. So I laughed. I said, "Hello, but he has a good job. Okay, what makes you feel he's not waiting to get married before he gets all of that?" Some guys are like that. They want a woman to help them manage their lives and their finances and all of that. I said, car is not a criteria to say you're not going to marry a man. I spoke to her, I spoke some sense into her, and she was like, okay, that I'm really making a point. I said, because he has a good job. That is the ultimate. He has something going. So she accepted. Before a year in their marriage, before their marriage clocked 1 year, the guy got himself a car. And before the marriage clocked 2 years, he got her a car. So life is not, car is just a plus. It's nothing. So we shouldn't wait for that man with be the biggest jeep, the Rolls Royce they call it or whatever. Please, life is not measured by what we have, by what we are, but by what we are. Look for a man that has stuff. Look for a man that is quality. Look for a man that is loaded inside. Look for a man that has prospect. That is the major thing to look out for. What if you marry a man that is all buoyant and all that, just the way you want it, and after 2 or 3 years in the marriage, everything vanished into thin air? Because material things, they don't last. What if? Then what happens? But if you marry a man that has good stuff, people will weather the storm, regardless. Yeah. So, thank you so much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and do contribute in the comment section concerning this topic. Gracias.